Everybody, I'm going to go over today's trade. First, I'm going to give the context of the trade on the daily chart. You can see that we had this tight bear channel breakout of this range, and this is our big bull channel that we were kind of basing everything off of. And the bulls got a very good or decent bull bar here, followed by this great bull bar. However, they were disappointed here, and then this is the problem right here, this next big bear bar. This bear bar is good enough for 2 legs down. So this bull bar was good enough for 2 legs up. Had we had more hesitation here, traders would expect a retest of this range, but this right here causes a problem. So the market started off coming up here, and right now we're basically just in a range when I entered this trade. So the daily context called for a retest of down here, or possibly just a second leg down. I was looking for a test of this low right here. So let me get into the trade. First, let me say here was the open bar, followed by this bar with a long wick. Then we had this inside bull bar with wicks on both sides. That's basically just a trading range because this is a 30-minute chart. And then we had this bearish inside bar. Now, I did take a short below this bearish inside bar, and I got out with a point because look at where our support is. Our support is at the top of this tight range that we've been in since yesterday. Here was yesterday regular trading hours, so the Globex, and yesterday was just stuck in this range. So I got out with a point because it basically was double support. That 4,000 big round number was support, and also we had a double bottom here the first hour and a half of the open. So I decided to wait until I had a, basically this is a breakout because you have a triangle here. When you have outside inside, that's breakout mode, and then when you have another inside, it's even more breakout mode. So we have outside bar, inside bar, inside bar. That's breakout mode. So we broke out once it broke below that bar. So I wanted to wait until we had good follow through of this breakout. It's a little bit higher probability trade in my opinion, and I wanted to see a close below that double bottom. And it actually took quite a while because you can see that we're also at the EMA on the 30-minute and also probably on the higher time frames as well. So yes, my risk was higher, but this was a higher probability trade. At least that was my context. So I'm going to fast forward, and you can see that it fought for a while. And here was the other, I forgot to mention this. From this bear breakout, which we saw on the daily chart, look where it had issues. I don't follow Fibonacci numbers, but this is the one Fibonacci, which is not even really a Fibonacci. It's just a 50% pullback. Look at where that wick hit. Exactly at 50%. People started selling. So when this happened, my context was even further influenced by 2 legs down from this bear breakout. So 1, range, 2. So as you can see, we have pretty good context here. We have context on the daily. We have a context for this bear breakout, 50% pullback, a triangle, followed by a bear bar closing on its low. Now another bear bar closing on its low. Yes, this is a larger risk trade, but I felt that the context was solid enough. So I got in this trade, and I kept looking, trying to figure out a target really. So my initial target was yesterday's low. Those yesterday's low, yesterday's high are important numbers of support and resistance. So I was getting ready actually to go to the gym, and I did something that I don't normally do that I like to do now, is I turned off my profit and loss. I don't want to see it. Because this really can play with your emotions, especially when, you know, in this situation I was up 8 or 9 points, and then it started coming back, and I also switched to line on close just to help control my emotions a little bit. So I moved my target to the Globex low, and I went to the gym. So that's why the profit and loss is still up, so I could show you guys the full trade. But I really like doing the line on close. It kind of helps you stay more focused on context and not worry about every little tick. So then we had this strong bear bar, and I was freaking out at the gym because TradingView app sucks. It's at least 8 minutes delayed of what's going on. And then if you use, a web browser, you have to like refresh it, and it's not accurate. So I really wish NinjaTrader had a free version that you could at least manage your trades. Maybe not place trades or whatever, but be able to move your targets. That would be very nice, but of course they want money for that. So now we have a bear bar closing near its low, but we're also at the low of this range. So now we're kind of in decision mode. So I left it. Well, I didn't really have a choice. I wasn't at the computer. I just left it there, and it tried to come back. Notice this bar broke above. Let me pause this so I can think. This is your first reversal. So we have a tight bear channel. What happens after a tight channel? The first reversal is probably minor, and you should expect at least 2 legs down. My only concern with this trade was that since we are in this trading range, this would basically be 2 legs. So 1, pull back 2, and then we could come back up. However, I don't even know how much I got here. I think I got around 16 points and then 1 point here. So I'm at 17 points for the day. And it actually sold out. And I don't know if this was based upon the daily context. The main problem is on the daily chart. You have trapped traders all over the place. You have bulls that were trapped in this channel that were looking to get out, and you have bears that were trapped that sold this channel right here. So they could have sold, scaled in, and looking to get out break even. The bulls, you could have had them, they could have bought this failed breakout. Maybe this one, well, they wouldn't have got triggered. They could have bought this low or this low, and they're looking to scale in or get out break even here. So buy again, get out break even or a little bit of profit, maybe a little bit of loss, and they were happy to exit. But this bar really is an issue for the bulls. This should not have happened if this was so strong. So it's obviously looking like another little range here. I don't know how the day is going to close, but also, oh my gosh, Biden was speaking, and on the fiscal policy. So if we go back to here, our measured move from that bear breakout, or 2 legs, I'm sorry, would have been about 39.45-ish. And we may have gotten there, I'm not really sure. Yeah, maybe. So that's pretty much, I don't want to say a perfect measured move, but that's definitely a reasonable target to have. So anyway, the Discord group is going great. I don't think I'm going to bring anybody else in anytime soon after that link expires. I did already kick someone out just because people join and they just want to sit there and go off of everybody else's input. I do like the interaction, and I do like the interaction on the channel, so please interact with the channel, like or subscribe or whatever. But it's been really great. There's some really good traders in there. I'm very pleased so far, and we're all kind of on different levels, so it's been really refreshing to have like-minded, focused traders that aren't just calling out, it's going to the moon every 5 seconds. So anyway, I hope this helps somebody, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.